Finally tonight, another story about tough economic times, but this isn't history, this is current events. A lot of people have gotten into mortgage problems for a variety of reasons. The interest rate jumped, there was a financial setback, or maybe unethical or illegal lending practices. Ruth Ezell tonight shows us that while there is help available, people who made mistakes getting into trouble can also make mistakes trying to get out.
This place here is mine too, see. Right here to where them bunch of trees, that's mine.
87-year-old Carlos Brooks used to own several properties in this North St. Louis neighborhood before he became a statistic of the mortgage crisis.
From here, that's my place there. See how solid it is?
This two-story brick building on the 3500 block of North Market Street was the most valuable of Brooks' former holdings. He lived on the second floor. On the first floor, he operated the Grandview Market for more than 50 years. And you decided that you needed an equity loan.
Yes.
And what did you need that for?
Do some repairs and things of that sort and get out of debt.
But Brooks sank deeper in debt after an illness landed him in a nursing home for 6 months in 2006. Unable to run the store, his bills mounted. And while he was in the nursing home, burglars ransacked his store and apartment and took everything.
From the windows to the doors to furniture, shoes, pots and pans and copper pipes. They'd taken all my furniture. They just left me dry.
Brooks filed for bankruptcy. Later, he was approached by a neighbor who said a local company was interested in buying Brooks' properties. Strapped for cash, he sold everything for a fraction of his original asking price. Did anyone ever read over these documents before you signed them? Did you ever have like an attorney look at them?
No, nobody never read it but me.
The funds from the property sale were channeled through the bankruptcy court, and much of it went to Brooks' creditors. Now, there's no evidence that any laws were broken when Brooks' properties were purchased, but federal investigators say there are criminals out there looking for desperate homeowners and unsuspecting financial institutions to defraud.
We've seen schemes where individuals will use identity theft to steal the equity out of someone's home, and they don't even know what's going on.
FBI Supervisory Special Agent Zachary Lowe Jr. says cases of mortgage fraud fall into two main categories. Fraud for housing, in which borrowers falsify loan applications to move into homes they can't afford, and fraud for profit.
They're obtaining a home, they're getting a higher appraisal rate so that they can then walk away from the property with the excess money, and the property is foreclosed on, and then the bank takes a loss.
Then there are foreclosure rescue scams, which target individuals. In leaseback or repurchase scams, con artists offer to pay the mortgage on a house and rent the house back to the homeowner, provided the homeowner signs over the deed. But once the con artist has the deed, they can raise the rent, sell the house, or steal the equity. Refinance fraud involves people posing as mortgage brokers or lenders who offer to refinance a loan to make the payments more affordable. Then the homeowner signs what are supposedly loan documents, but is really paperwork signing over ownership of the house. Bankruptcy schemes tend to be more complicated. They involve signing over partial ownership of a house to one or more people who claim they can help the homeowner delay foreclosure through bankruptcy court. But like the other scams, the end result can mean loss of the home and financial disaster. The FBI is among several agencies involved in an ongoing investigation known as Operation Malicious Mortgage. It resulted in the arrest of more than 400 people across the country for alleged mortgage fraud between March and June of this year. Authorities say this kind of illegal activity only adds to the problems of an already troubled housing industry. Special Agent Lowe cautions consumers trying to hold on to their homes to be very wary of unsolicited offers of assistance.
It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to go to the Better Business Bureau or to go to friends and family and ask if they've ever heard of this company or ask if there's anyone who's ever dealt with this company before. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And people need to remember that. And a lot of people right now, unfortunately, with the current foreclosure market and with the economy, people are getting very desperate. They want to save their homes. And to do that, sometimes their good sense and their good judgment goes out the window because they're getting very desperate. And the mortgage fraudsters know that, and they know that these people are vulnerable, and that's why I think we're going to see an increase in this amount of fraud activity before we see it go down.
As for Carlos Brooks, his experiences have taught him some important lessons, and he's moved on with his life. Brooks now lives in a senior citizens complex, a new life in a new neighborhood.
I got a nice place. The neighbors is pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's a whole lot better now.